Hello everyone, I'm Akashi from the Dyspraxia System, and today I want to talk about plurality in my source, which is Kuroko no Basket, or in English it's called Kuroko's Basketball. It so happens that the character Akashi in the source is also plural, which is partly why we're a subsystem in the system. So yeah, I don't know whether or not source is OSCD system or a DID system. Pretty sure it's not OSCD 1A, but that still could be an option. I just don't think that is it, but it's never stated, so I don't know. I think personally that it is one of the better representations of plurality that we've seen so far. It's not fully right, but to be fair, probably no representation plurality is perfect that has been done so far. But yeah, my character, well, you already see like moments like the back of the head or like part of the face, but like not really. I'm like a very mysterious character in Source for some reason up until season 2, like near the end of season 2. So when you first officially meet me, yeah. I mean, I have a little bit of a role in like when they go back and look at Waikise, another character from the source, joined the basketball team back in junior high, and they're now in the one above that, primary high. We're not really that good with like the English terms of like the different schools, because it's a completely different school system than ours. But yeah, and we're very mysterious. And then me as her, when we were first introduced, no one knows yet that we're a system. Well, like the people we've played basketball with before know we're a system, but like no one who first gets to meet us knows about it until season 3, which is the last season. There is a movie, which I will get into later. It plays after season 3. But yeah, in season 3 is when you find it out, because one character says to the main character, hey, there are 2 Akashis instead of 1, without any explanation. He's like, no, go talk to Kuroko for an explanation. He can tell you more about it. Generally speaking, systems don't like it if you do that. They don't like it, because you're opening them up for like a lot of ableism and trouble in other ways. Like, don't just out a system that you know. Well, out. Don't know if that's the right terminology, but don't say someone's a system to a random person without being allowed to from that system. Now, we weren't really hiding the fact that we were plural, but still, You don't do that. You don't. But yeah, then Kuroko starts telling his entire basketball team, about how the other Akashi, second personality in the system, was formed, which was when the boy was like 12, something like that. Pretty young, at least. Like, not older than 12. Maybe younger though. Don't remember the exact age. But yeah. Alter is formed because of trauma, because of a lot of stress. So they got that right. The cool thing is that like our eye color changes depending on who's fronting in the system. That's cool. Yeah, they also do show that, right, in like flashbacks. Well, we call them flashbacks, but like media form of flashbacks. You actually see like eye color, like they've done that right, which is cool. But yeah. Second Alter, like the Alter's form, and like the other Alter takes over, and Kuroko actually notices that switch. Well, everyone on the team like notices the switch, but Kuroko actually says, "Who are you?" And then the Alter says, "Well, I'm Akashi, of course." And I'm not entirely sure if Kuroko is the one who asks, but at some point we say that we've always had two personalities. Yes, we call them personalities in Source. But yeah, say that we always had two personalities, which is one thing that we really like. Like, that's something that they did right. What they didn't do right though is called the one that fronted like in the beginning before like the switch happened. They call that one the real Agashi, and like the second one is the other Agashi. No, we're both the real one. Neither is more real than the other one. But yeah. And also, the last game, actually has to play against Kuroko and the team. And then at some point, something happened that Akashi is not prepared for, because Akashi was formed so that wouldn't happen. But it happens after a couple of years. It does happen, and he doesn't know how to handle it. And then someone asks again, "Who are you?" And then there's a whole internal conflict. And then the first Akashi, I'm just gonna say first a second, because like that's how we differentiate between each other anyway. First Akashi comes forward to the second Akashi, like this in their heart, is in the inner world, and explains what happened and how the second Akashi was formed and why he's struggling now and why the first Akashi needs to take over again. So yeah, that switch is handled very well. The only thing is, they make it seem a little like we fuse in that moment. It is really confusing. Because you don't know that we didn't fuse until you watch the movie. I was watching it, I'm like, did we fuse? What? Are we one again? What? Did we? But no, we just switched. And then the first Akashi actually says to Kuroko, hey, it's been a long time. It's nice to see you again. And Kuroko is like, yeah. And the other teammates from like their previous team, like the one Akashi and Kuroko were on together, in the team where like the initial switch happened, they are watching this game and they notice the switch too because of the behavior change in the way we played basketball. So that's also pretty cool done. It's just the fact that you don't know if they fuse or not is like strange. But yeah, do it pretty respectfully. If I do say so myself. And then the movie. This is the last, like this final installment of the series. Movie happens. The whole team needs to get back together to defeat another basketball team. And also the main character from the series joins the team as well. So yeah. What happens? You do notice you found out that we didn't fuse. And at some point, we do end up switching again because the first Akashi is not equipped to handle the situation. So like the second Akashi switched in. The first Akashi is a little like the second Akashi is like, aren't you scared that the same thing will happen though that happened while we fronted last time? And then the first Akashi is like, no, because you learned from the experience, and they've learned as well. Like you both, like all of you have changed. So no, I'm not worried about that. Which shows, good working together as a system. So yeah, that's cool. And the others notice the switch again and are very respectful about the switch. They know how to interact with the other Akashi as well, in regard to like in different. They interact with like the second Akashi a little different from the first Akashi, which is cool. Like we don't see that a lot that well. But yeah, then eventually during the game, the second Akashi is like, we're not strong enough on our own to do this. We need to fuse back together and then we can actually do it. So I'll go away, I'll fuse with you. And the first Akashi doesn't want it. First Akashi is like, no, there must be another way. I don't want to lose you. And this actually made Akashi 1 in our subsystem like quite emotional as well, because like he didn't want that either. And then Akashi 2 had to like reassure him that wasn't happening in the subsystem and only on screen. So that shows how well emotionally done that is. But yeah, Akashi 1 first doesn't want it and really wants to find another way, and Akashi 2 is like, the second Akashi is like, no, there is no other way. We have to do this if we want to succeed. And Akashi 1's like, alright. And they say goodbye to each other. Second Akashi actually thanks first Akashi. He does say though that he wasn't supposed to exist in the first place, which I'm like, technically technically. Maybe he didn't, because, you know, it is a disorder. But they could have left that part out. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think of that. In one way, I agree. But in the other, I'm like, no. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think of that line, but it's something he says. But yeah, they've used eye color changes to the eye color of like the first Akashi. And they are stronger together. Like, they are stronger when they're fused. And they do end up succeeding in what they were doing. So, yeah. That it helped in the end. They do acknowledge that Akashi is different from what they've seen before. So like they know, they recognize it's not Akashi's not like the first Akashi, and also not like the second Akashi in that moment. But that's all you see of their reaction. I don't believe you see anything more. So yeah, but for all, I think it's pretty well done. Like, get elaborate backstory as to why it happened. You see a moment the first switch happened. You see a moment they switch back and why. The fusion is also done quite well. Still one thing I don't fully agree with, but I can understand why they did it, is actually has like a special thing you can do. They all have like their special things. He has a special thing you can do, and like Akashi 1 has part of the ability, and Akashi 2 has another part. And they fuse together, like they fuse partly so that they can use the ability as a whole. And I can understand why they had to fuse, but also, we're gonna run out of room. But also, they could have done that with Kokon. Just saying. But the offer party didn't know about that. So yeah, that's my only thing. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Give a thumbs up if you like this video. If you have any questions or whatever, leave them down below in the comments. If you want to see more of our videos, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified when we upload a new video. We upload every Wednesday. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. That's both down in the description. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.